Welcome back to Bibliophiles Audio Files. Today we are doing Pumpkin Spice and Not So Nice by Becky Monson or Manson.
I thought Manson.
That's what I thought too. It's Manson. This book is on Kindle Unlimited. If you don't have Kindle Unlimited, it is $4.99. I found this one actually because we needed a Thanksgiving book, and I looked up Thanksgiving books, and Pumpkin Spice and Not So Nice popped up.
Very fall-esque.
Yes. Very fall-esque. Here is the description. If I were ever to write a memoir, it would be titled Jenna Peterson's Guide to Dating Emotionally Unavailable Men. I'm like a professional at it. I'm so good. I can take any dysfunctional man and turn him into Prince Charming just in time for him to dump me and then go on to marry the next woman he dates. I'm about ready to give up on loving real men and focus on lusting over fictional men in the Turkish dramas I can't stop devouring. But then I find a mysterious $50 bill with a handwritten note on it that was donated to my family's pumpkin patch on accident. And wouldn't you know it, the mystery man it belongs to is emotionally unavailable, albeit freakishly attractive. I keep telling myself to walk away, but there's something about Aiden St. Clair that makes me want to unravel all of his secrets. All I know is he sure can heat up the cozy fall nights. I can't help but think that maybe this time I'll get to keep Prince Charming for myself. The trigger warnings are toxic relationship, addiction, drug abuse, and infidelity. They are moderate and minor, so this book is very safe for work.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, super safe. Ma'am, you have the reviews?
I do. So, starting off with the main homie, Storygraph. The average rating is a 3.39. Sorry, I'm like tripping because I'm not used to hearing everything.
Normally I'm mic 1, so I hear everything, but it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, so.
Because I can hear nothing.
So it's little, 3.39 stars as an average. This one is a DNF. Says emotionally unavailable men, whatever. I'm not into the story, and the main character is acting like a teenager when she's 30. Yikes.
Dang, they pulled out a yikes.
They pulled out a yikes with a period.
Rough. With a period?
With a period.
That's even worse than exclamation marks.
Yeah. And the 5-star, though, in bold. This was so sweet, but all lowercase. But anyways.
Wait, show me?
No exclamation points, no capitals, just
so
this
she's
was
like,
so sweet.
This was so sweet. She wasn't screaming it from the rooftops.
No. I really love this book. Jenna was written wonderfully, and I found so much of me in her, but also connected with Aiden too. Jenna's family seems great, and I could have kept on reading about Jenna and Aiden and her family. On Goodreads, average rating is a 3.73, and the 1 star I picked out was There Was No Spice. Pumpkin spice my...
Oh no.
And then a little bit.
And then that emoji where it's just the face, and it's the eyes, and then the straight line.
The straight line, No, it reminds me of the cat meme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the 5-star I picked out.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, it says Monson, but I think it's Manson.
I think it's Manson.
But anyway, well, they spelled it Monson
for
some reason.
See, on here, I can't tell if it's a M-A or M-O because my handwriting is chicken scratch.
Girl, same. Let me see. Hang on.
You had a screenshot of the book, didn't you?
Oh, it is Monson.
So Monson. Okay, so we're just...
Stupid.
Yeah, stupid.
So, well, Monson had me in tears again. Love, love, love. I have to admit, I started so frustrated with Jenna. The amount of time she was oblivious to her own self is aggravating. The growth of character and endgame was completely worth it for me. I don't know what it is, but Becky Monson's characters always get me in the feels. I laughed, I cried, I wanted the t-shirt, exactly what I needed from the moment I began reading. Sounds like you.
Yeah. 10.
Amazon.
The Zon.
4.1 out of 5 is the average. So this 1 star I picked out is titled Cringeworthy. I never rolled my eyes or gagged so much while reading a book. The main character, Jenna, is absolutely pathetic. There is way too much detail and mentioning about her exes. The character growth is poor, and the relationship that is built between her and Aiden is literally built on silence, and suddenly they're in love. That's that one. And then this 5-star is titled Sweet Romance. This is a companion book to A Pumpkin and a Patch by Jennifer Peel. That story was about Josie, and this one is about Jenna. I liked how Jenna seemed to have a magic touch to get people talking. Through helping Aiden learn how to talk to people better, Jenna learned some things about herself. I really enjoyed this story. Yes, it is part of a series, but it's a standalone.
But it was a different author's name.
No.
Wasn't it?
No.
What was it? That's Josie.
Oh, yeah, that is a different author.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, that's not this one. Unless it's a different pen name that this author uses, unless she wrote this book to, like, co-inspire with that author's book. Like, if they had each other's permission. But that's really weird. Unless that commenter is just completely off and just read a book and Josie happened to be in it. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, how often are people going to use the name Peterson in Pumpkin Patch Farm books?
Yeah. Well, I just looked up all her, so it's not by her. Yeah, it is by Jennifer Peel. Maybe they just either it's the same author but a different pen name.
Yeah.
Or
kind of like that lady we met at the book fest, Willow Morgan. Mm-hmm. She says she's changing her pen name, either changing it to that or from that. I can't remember. Yeah. Apparently they do change their pen names. I didn't know that was a thing.
This is like literally like looking at the description to a pumpkin and a patch. It's literally Josie's.
Okay.
So it's literally the same people.
Oh, okay. So it's probably a different pen name or like someone they know.
Maybe. Something like that.
Anyways.
There's some spoilers coming up, sweetie. You better cover your ears.
My first note, I like Jenna and Josie. Did you like Jenna and Josie?
I thought it was really cute.
Cute, but not for 30-year-olds.
I wish I was closer to my cousins than I am right now.
No, I meant how ditzy
Jenna
was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit.
No, I used to be a lot closer to my cousins. Now, I don't talk to them a whole lot.
Breaking news tonight at 9. We've got 2 idiots on the microphone. With Bibliophiles Audiophiles News, I'm James. Now back to your regularly scheduled programming.
Very last episode of the year.
Yeah.
Can we go ahead and start advertising for that now?
We can if you want.
Oh, I want to. At the very last episode of the year, you better keep an eye out because we will be reading and reviewing a One Direction fanfic that Miss Alyssa wrote herself. How long ago? 12 years ago?
2015.
Okay, so she wrote it in 2015 and is now in 2023.
That is the last time it was edited.
Nice. How many downloads did you say? Like, don't have to look, just spitball it.
I don't know about downloads, but there was over
reads, is what I meant.
17,000 reads.
Yeah, we got a young author on our hands. But yeah, the last episode of the year, we will be reading Miss Alyssa's One Direction fanfic.
Oh, I'm so excited and so not looking forward at the same time.
I'm going to be so harsh on you. It's not even going to be funny.
I cannot wait for us to record that.
Yeah.
Because I know we're going to laugh so
I'm stuck. I kind of want to do it now, but at the same time I don't. Like, I'm going to wait till closer time. Anyways, did James already take it away?
He did.
We did. We talked about cousins. Listen, It is currently 1 o'clock in the morning.
It is not. It is 12:40.
See, I'm always wrong. That's why women suck.
Yeah.
What's your first note, ma'am?
The name's Facebook page. I don't remember why I wrote it down, but...
Because we're in tragedy?
Yeah, that name isn't tragedy, it's a murder.
It's a murder, yeah.
Yeah, there's
that or it's not murder, it's tragedy. One of those.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So, for some reason, I wrote that page down. Mm-hmm. I don't remember why.
Don't remember why?
It was definitely in the first chapter, and maybe it was when she was explaining all their names, and maybe one of their names was weird, and it made me think of that.
Oh, all their names are weird. They all start with J, right?
No, it's Jenna and Josie. Their two are closer together.
Yeah.
And then it's Olivia and Oliver.
Yeah, that's what it was. Because it's the older two.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're all Petersons.
Mm-hmm.
My next note is the guide to dating emotionally unavailable men at the beginning of each chapter is sound advice, but cringy.
I can't even remember it.
I could not tell you one thing that it said, but I remember reading it and being like, you know what, this is actually pretty nice because I wonder if the author pulled this out of a hat or if she actually has some kind of like philosophy, is that what it's called?
Self-help.
Like, self-help interest to where she knew because it was actually sound stuff.
Yeah. I think I wasn't paying too much attention to it, and honestly, I'm not even sure. There might have been a couple times I skipped over it.
Yeah.
Mainly because I felt like reading it pretty much gave away to what happens in the chapter. And
yeah,
I didn't,
every single time it did.
And I don't like spoilers that much.
Yeah.
So, like, I didn't want to read it because of that.
Yeah.
But I think I still read it, and I think I was just too focused on the fact that it was, like, giving away spoilers to pay attention to how sound the advice was.
Yeah, because once you read it, it's just kind of like, well, this is what the chapter's going to go. That is exactly what happened. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, I mean, I did like it. It was sound advice, but maybe include it at the end of chapters to keep people guessing. If there's any, like, authors out here who want to, like, try to do that, incorporate it into their books, put it last. at the end of the chapter, maybe.
There's a book I read in like middle school that had the same kind of vibe as that, but I can't remember what it was. But that's besides the point. My third note, you know how they went through the process of being detectives to try to figure out who owned that $50?
Yeah.
I'd have the detective skills to figure that out.
Girl, you would have found that out in like a day.
Honestly.
It took them weeks. And then it turned out it was some lady at her work, like her salon place or whatever. And they just walked up and they're like, oh yeah, say clear. See, again, with that one trope specifically I dislike. It's weird hearing everything now, isn't it? Yeah. The one trope that I dislike is when it's like, oh, you're new here, but this is so-and-so. Everybody knows them. I hate the trope. I don't understand why. Because coming from a small town, everybody knows everybody. So, like, I get that. But at the same time, in books, I'm just like, that's so cringy. Because she's like, oh, yeah, it's this big, rich family that you've never heard of it before. But here they are. It's okay because you're new here.
She's not new, though. Her parents have owned that pumpkin patch forever.
The pumpkin patch is not in the city, though. And she works in the city. Is what, to my understanding, because they said the Peterson farm was like 20 to 30 minutes outside of where she worked.
Something like that. That kind of confused me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways. My third note is moms or sisters, dads or brothers, Sweet Home Alabama.
Yeah.
That bothers me.
Yeah.
It does, because, like, if I married Nick and then my brother married his sister, that's gross.
A little bit.
In my opinion, that is basically, like, you're related. Your in-laws, my book about fell. You're related at that point. You're basically cousins.
Bro said, let me get you a drink, and sis said no.
Yeah, she's like, I'm good. Girl power.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see that in a lot of books. Usually girls are just like, okay.
I kind of was annoyed by the fact she said no.
I was, because she was being judgmental before he had the chance.
Yes.
Yeah. I just like the part where she was like, no. Women say no.
Mm-hmm.
2023 girl boss.
We stand it if you want to say no.
Yeah.
He's an attractive man, wants to take you out for a drink.
Yeah. Honestly, if you would have found $50, would you have tracked that guy down or no?
I'd like to think that I would. I don't know if I would, though.
That is a lot of trouble to go through.
It is.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I would.
Yeah.
But
like, I get being sentimental, but at the same time, that is a lot of work.
Yeah.
It took her a couple weeks, I believe.
It took her a week.
Yeah, to find him.
Which, my thing is, though, why is he keeping it in his wallet if it's that sentimental?
Yeah, personally, if it was me, I would probably frame that and put it on a wall or even in a safe, actually. But keeping it in your wallet, that could get stolen or lost or damaged. Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially if it's in the hands of other people, like the girl that he went to the pumpkin farm with. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I did think it was an awful move of him to, well, okay, giving his honest opinion about their farm and saying it could be better.
Yeah.
Good criticism. But to completely on it and say it's so bad it needs to be under new management, no, you know.
That was rude.
It was a little over the top.
Yeah.
And like anyone who can just on people.
To be fair, he didn't know that she was related, but at the same time, that is still very rude. Yeah.
That's
you could be like, it wasn't for me.
Yeah.
And then they were like arguing. I don't remember if this was then or later when they saw each other again, but I think it was her that said, well, looky here, are we communicating? And I put me and husband.
Yeah.
I am the, you have to tell me what's going to happen or I'm going to have anxiety type. Yeah. And he's the, I don't care, we'll do whatever you want type. And those don't go well together.
Yeah, no.
They really don't.
No.
I stress all the time doing anything.
Yeah, me too.
But I thought that was funny. So was it at that point where they agreed that he was like, I need your help, you need to help me be more people person-y, and you're like the only person I feel comfortable talking to? I don't know if it was right then or like the next day he called her or something, but he was like, I can only talk to you, a complete stranger.
I think it was like the next day. But that wasn't like him being like, I need your help. That was him trying to get in her pants.
Pretty much, yeah.
But I think it was still kind of sweet.
It was still really sweet, yeah, because I think later he like explained how he really didn't really need her help, but he just didn't want to let her go because he felt like drawn to her. He was trying to get in her pants.
Well, I mean, he was drawn to her, and you know, he wanted something out of it. But like,
in her pants.
That's probably part
of it. Would
it.
you consider this a grumpy sunshine trope? I think I would, because he's really grumpy and she's like happy.
Maybe.
Yeah. I don't know about enemies to lovers, because they were not really enemies at first. No. Yeah, they just kind of like, she really didn't like him, but he wasn't enemy to her.
Probably grumpy sunshine.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. What did you think of her sister Olivia having her 3-year-old learn the proper terms for genitalia?
Didn't agree with it, but I didn't necessarily disagree. because having a daughter who's fixing to be 3, when she learns a word, she's going to tell everybody that word. And so I really don't want her going around saying Dinah and stuff like that. So I don't want to teach my kids like cookie or no spot or front spot, because like that can get lost in translation.
Yeah.
I want my daughter to be able to come to me and tell me this is what happened. I don't want her to be like, somebody touched my cookie and then I think she's talking about somebody at school. Yeah, exactly. Like I don't want there to be any confusion. So I agree with teaching kids proper genitalia, not that young.
Yeah.
Because at 3, they don't have the capacity to be like, certain situations call for certain words and this ain't it.
Yeah.
So that 3-year-old walking around saying stuff like that.
My gluteus maximus hurts.
Yeah. I'm going to teach my kids butt. It's a butt. That's what it is. It makes me really mad when I see parents tell their daughters that, like that's their cookie and these are their no-nos. I'm like, it's breast. It's a vagina. That's what it is. That's what they call it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to teach my kids. That's what it is.
Her plan to help him open up to people being them going into different stores and just talking to random people and strangers. I thought that was a pretty brilliant plan.
I thought it was too.
Like, that's a really good way to start opening up to people.
Yeah, especially because he needed her help to become more friendly because of a social function where he would be talking to strangers. That's great. You walk into a store, you talk to a stranger, you're done. Same thing with social functions. You got to say hi, be polite, maybe, have a small conversation, then you move on to the next person. Her cousin / bestie hasn't talked to her in days because she has a man now. I would be beating down your door. I used to have friends like that. Like, they would not talk to me when they had a guy, and then whenever they broke up, they'd start being my best friend again and then apologize. Like, they knew it was not really wrong, but bad move to not talk to me.
That's how one of my friends were.
That's terrible. I can imagine doing that to somebody.
A conditional friend.
Yeah, I hate that.
I don't like that.
No, especially not when you're the type to like bend over backwards for people. And they're not.
Mine's a guy friend.
Oh.
The ex.
Oh.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he...
The ex.
He was a conditional friend after we broke up. Because anytime he would start even just talking to a girl, he would slowly stop talking to me.
Yeah.
And then when he finally landed a girlfriend that he became official with, he completely stopped talking to me.
Yeah.
And then now I don't think he's ever going to talk to me ever again.
Oh, I doubt it. I seriously doubt it.
Because now they're engaged.
Ew. Jenna, I'm not getting invested. Next chapter. I'm sad.
Yeah.
I died because she was like, no, I'm not going to fall for him. I'm not going to fall. I'm going to help him when I'm going to be done. The next episode, she's like, planning her future.
Yeah.
Wow, girl. Like
if
that.
If that ain't me.
Yeah.
That's me.
Oh, we forgot to mention that Aiden was like, I need your help to learn social things. He needs to learn quickly. And he offered her $5,000 to fix the family barn that burned. So he was paying her to be with him. Not really with him, but to
help.
Yeah.
I wrote down on this bullet, his brother is a druggie. That's all I wrote. It kind of made me really sad, because he really wants to look out for his brother, and then he finds out where his brother is and that he's homeless in addicted. San Francisco.
Yeah.
Or something. Honestly, that's a really good brother.
Yeah. To even care at that point and to even bother trying. Addiction's hard.
Yeah.
Like, I forgot that this book did have addiction in it, so I'm glad I read that trigger warning earlier instead of just foregoing it. It's been a minute since I read this book.
It's been like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
For me.
Being from a family where half of my family struggles with drug addiction in the past or currently, I do understand that there's a lot of heartbreak with that. I don't think there was never really a closure with the brother, was there? Well, he went to rehab, didn't he?
I think so.
Yeah, okay. So that's a little bit of closure. My next note is getting my husband to say more than, oh yeah, is like pulling teeth. So I relate heavily to her frustration when he does short replies.
It's so funny because like you'll say something to your husband and like later you'll text me and be like, I said this. Do you want to know what his response was?
And
it's just like, oh yeah?
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah?
I think it was really funny when your daughter first learned how to talk. And
when her first word was, oh yeah? Oh yeah? That's like the other day I asked him, do you want me to go Walmart or do you want to go to Walmart? And then he just said, okay. And I said, which one? Do you want to go or do you want me to go? And he said, either. And I called him at this point. I'm like, you are passing 3 Walmarts on the way home, and I am not. Do you want to go, or do you want me to go? And he was like, I guess I can go. I'm like, okay, then that's all I had to know. Just say, I can go, earn brownie points, save me the frustration.
Yeah. I think it was really sweet when she met his mom.
Yeah, I really liked the mom. She was
I
really
think
cool.
it was kind of weird, though, because he was like, look, come on, let's go. And then she's like, where are we going? He's just like, you'll see. And then they pull up to this house, and he's like, this is my mom's house.
Yeah.
And it's like, but you're not.
That was weird.
It was a little weird, but
Yeah.
it was still kind of really sweet.
It was really sweet, yeah. Because she's like, oh my gosh, is he taking me in the woods to kill me? Because they're going, like, up this mountain trail. Like, it's a solid ride.
Mm-hmm. And then, like, shortly after that, he's like, I want to meet your family.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
he's like, okay, I'm sold.
Mm-hmm.
She tells him to sell tickets at the farm for practicing with strangers, and he takes his shirt off to change into uniform, and she thought, I've never been a sucker for abs, but I think I just became a fan, and that made me laugh.
that's a mood.
Yeah.
That reminds me of, like, a note I have on a different book that we read. One of the things that the character wrote, and when we get to this book, I'll just repeat myself, but one of the notes that I made was that I never thought I'd be a beard girl or facial hair.
I thought you meant beer.
Beard.
Beard. Okay. Bearded dragons.
Not like beard, but like facial hair.
Yeah.
Like short stuff.
Not
you know?
like chest level.
Not chest level.
That's...
No. I never thought I would be one who likes facial hair. Because, like,
facial hair is where it's at.
when my dad and I would, like, hug, or like if I kissed him on the cheek and he'd have his stubble.
Oh, I hate stubble.
I hated the feeling of how raw it felt on my face.
Yeah.
You know? After like just brushing. So I'm like, I don't think I'll love facial hair. And now I'm like, I might.
I might.
Actually, no, not I might. I will.
Yeah, he asked her to go for a ride with him, and he takes her to his mom's. He talked about her. Jenna likes his mom. Feelings mutual.
That's really sweet, though, that he, like, went home and told his mom or had conversations with his mom.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm talking to this girl and yada yada. And she goes, and the mom's just like, oh, I've heard so much about you. And she's just like, really? Because, like, my family don't know anything about him.
Yeah. Then she takes him to her family end of season pumpkin party.
Mm-hmm.
It was his idea. She was against it, but he talked her into it. Mm-hmm. He asked to pretend to be together so they don't have to ask a lot of questions or don't have to answer a lot of questions. He kept a hand on her the whole night. I knew that he wasn't pretending because, like, who pretends that way?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They made out in the bar. First sign of smut, 89% through. I like this sweet. Normally I don't like it when it's not a lot of smut because you ruined me. Mm-hmm. But I really liked it in this book. It was really sweet.
Oh, no, I really like this. This is like people
then
have wrote...
ruin it.
People have wrote in several of the comments I was reading of like those reviews where they were like, it was very Hallmark like.
Where's the sex?
Yeah, no, it's called pumpkin spice, but there's no spice.
Yeah,
it's pumpkin spice, my guy.
Yeah, it's pumpkin patch and not so nice, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah. But it was very sweet and Hallmark like, and I'm kind of iffy on whether or not I like Hallmark movies.
Oh, I hate them. Absolutely hate them. Christmas ones. I'd rather die.
I like this one.
I like this one a lot, yeah. Not a lot. I liked it. It was good. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, she messed it up because she called, like, they were making out in the bar. And then she messed it up by calling him emotionally unavailable. Apparently, he only asked for her help to get to know her. And she was emotionally unavailable. How the tables have turned.
That's actually my last note.
Yeah.
I wrote, Jenna being emotionally unavailable is something I should have seen or sooner. The author hinted at it a lot. Because when it was revealed that, I was just like,
I was shocked.
That makes a lot of sense. Yes. And I'm like, she hinted at it so much. Why didn't I figure that out? You know? Yeah. It makes, just based off of who she is and how she, it tracks. Yeah. Didn't she, like, reach out to all of her exes and is like, hey.
Yes. Not all of them, but, like, I think the last one that she dated.
The last,
he was
like,
engaged.
couple.
Yeah, the last couple ones. Yeah, then they were just like, yeah.
You're totally like that.
Totally like that, yeah. How the turntables. Yeah, they talked it out and they got back together. Well, I don't know if they really were together, but then they got together. Mm-hmm. But it was very sweet and enjoyable and like very like warm and cozy is how I would probably explain it.
Yeah, like if you're looking for like a warm and cozy book, like this is definitely it.
Yeah, to read on a nice fall day. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I loved it. Do you have any more notes?
Mm-mm.
I don't either.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, this was a really short read. I think I read it in like a day or two. I don't know how many pages it was.
Probably like 2 days for me. I read it while we were on vacation.
Yeah.
Because I remember I read this one and I read Bell Down Seduction.
Yeah.
And that was like within the week. And so I told your brother's girlfriend, I was like, I finished 2 books within this past week. And she's just like, wow.
Yeah, I don't think she's read a book this year. Because she was talking about, she's like, well, how many books have you read? And I'm up to almost like 80 now. And then she was like, I don't remember the last time I finished a book.
I'm at 97.
Yeah. She's wanting to get into reading. I think it's really cute because I think she's wanting to have something to talk about.
Oh.
Yeah, it makes me really happy because I was like, oh. Yeah, I think I need to start playing Pokemon Go so me and her have something to talk about because she likes Pokemon. Anyways, my buzzwords are slow burn, pumpkin-y.
Slow burn?
Yeah. Isn't slow burn where they're like, you know they're going to get together at the end, but it takes a while?
I don't know. I don't know the
That's what I refer as slow burn as. Anyways, my other notes were pumpkin-y, sweet, like Thanksgiving-y, like fall.
Yeah, I guess. If something is a slow burn or if it happens on a slow burn, it develops slowly. The death has been a slow burn. So yeah.
But I definitely would call this one a slow burn because it takes forever for them to even kiss, and that's the smut right there. It's just, you know, they made out in a barn up against the wall.
Fair enough. My notes say really cute, no smut. The tips at the beginning of each chapter basically give away what happens in each chapter, and I didn't really like that. So that made my rating a 4.5 out of 5.
Mine is a 3.5 out of 5.
Really?
It is.
Why?
It was cute, but I hate Hallmark movies.
Okay,
Absolutely hate them. Every year when all the Christmas stuff comes out, I hate it. I cannot stand Hallmark stuff.
I mean, fair enough. I really liked it.
It was really sweet, and like I would never read it again, but I would read something like it around fall time for the fall vibes, pretty much. Like, I love pumpkin patch stuff, so like that's what got me probably that high, honestly. But there was not really a whole lot of story.
I mean, fair. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
It was really cute. Like, it was honestly very sweet, very well written, and I did enjoy it a lot, just not a 4.
Okay, fair enough.
I finally rated something not a 5.
Like, this should be a holiday. Lydia doesn't rate it a 5.
Yeah, International 3.5 Day. Sorry, Monson.
But that's it,
That's it for me. Thank you for joining us on this episode of Bibliophiles Audio Files. We will see you guys the next episode. If you would like to reach out with recommendations, we have an email at biblioaudiopod@gmail.com.
Or our Instagram is at biblioaudiopodcast.
You can DM us there. And until we meet again, my loves, bye!
Bye.